Hello, happy St. Patrick's Day. I've got my green on. Okay, art and drawing after your 30s. I make these videos as they pop into my head, and this idea popped into my head. You know, it's my ADD brain, I guess. Art after your 30s, drawing after your 30s. That's kind of when it came back into my life. If you're like me, you probably drew as a kid and then as a teenager, and then mine kind of stopped around 18, maybe around 17 or 18, right around then. And I was like, yeah, how many more pictures of comic book characters can I draw? I just felt stuck, so I quit. And I drew a lot, and I even painted landscapes a lot back then. So then what happens? Life takes over. Life takes over. And life took over for me with, jobs. As I, even sit in the work parking lot right now, right before I run in, I got my sketchbook, and now I'm 49 years old. I'm well after my 30s. And if you're anything like me, you're kind of poking around in a sketchbook, or maybe on a canvas, or on a digital iPad or something like that, or a tablet. And it's okay. You know what? What I want to say is, when we rediscover art, make it a habit. After your 30s or 40s, make it a habit. Even like right now, I'm rushed. I don't have much time to draw today, but I fit in a little time to throw something in my sketchbook. Sketchbook's very important, by the way. And make art and drawing a habit. And it's not like you have to sit down and make this huge formal drawing or painting. Like you don't drag out your easel and set up your canvas and all your paints and say, I'm going to paint the Mona Lisa, or I'm going to paint the masterpiece of my work. That usually doesn't happen. What happens is, it's kind of like when you're just doodling or just messing around in your sketchbook. You look down and you're like, oh, that was pretty good. I got a lot of caricature stuff in here, but then I draw just stuff around, like a bottle and Pizza Hut, stuff like that, wherever I am in my travels. And if you do that, if you just, whatever you call it, urban sketching or still life, a roll of towels can be really satisfying. To me. And I just want to encourage you, if you found art and drawing, if you rediscovered it in your 30s and 40s, you're not alone. And I think you're awesome for doing it. And what I want you to do is, let's just make it a habit. Even if it's for 2 to 5 minutes a day, when you're pressed for time and you don't have time and you have to run into work, maybe right before that, you could sketch the tree or the bushes or the building that you see in front of you. And there's something a little more different drawing in your 40s and 30s than you were when you were a teenager. The fact that you're putting something on paper and you're getting it out of you, it relieves a little bit of stress. It relieves, for me, a sketchbook, you get lost in it. It relieves a little bit of anxiety too about the day. And it's just, you showed up and you did it, and you put lines on paper. And when you look at it, when I look back at some of these, I'm like, I remember where I was. I remember what I was doing. Little Darth Vader. I love Star Wars. Anything. Animals, still lifes. I got some Garfield in here. You know, stuff like that. My table, my chair, my office chair. I encourage you to keep drawing in your 30s and 40s. Keep it up. Keep showing up. Make it a habit. All right? And don't stop. Keep going right into your 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s and 90s. And it becomes more of an automatic ritual where you start not to struggle about the perspective or about drawing that hand. It becomes almost automatic as driving a car. And it does. So make it a habit and enjoy the ride, because I want to tell you, the world needs you. See ya.